I've known for quite a long time. I'd say for at least 5 years, right? Maybe
Yeah,
even seven, I'd say. It's been
it's
quite
been
a long
quite a long time.
time. And I actually saw a post where Gamze was talking about this, about Hypnolaugh, and I just was curious. I had to know. I had to know what it was about. So I messaged her and said, "You want to do our first Zoom of the year because it's something positive and yeah,
Right.
uplifting and something quite fun and different." So yeah, so I told Gamze, "You got to come on." Um,
No,
yeah,
thank
so
you.
welcome and thank you. And I
Thank you.
will pass it over to you. For people watching, if you want to see Gamze, you can click the three little dots on the right hand side and pin her so you can actually see her in full. Um, or like if I pin you, Gamze, you can, if you want to see everybody's faces and you do the opposite
Yep,
and
I'm
click.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That way you can
How can I read this?
so I'll pin and then Gamze, if you want to see all of us on the corner, you
Yep.
can just change your view. Yeah. Then you get to see
Okay.
everyone's faces as well.
Yeah, I'm seeing everyone on gallery, so that's pretty
Okay,
good.
I'll change you to spotlight. Here we go. There we go.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Hey everyone, so good having you here.
Thank you.
So I've done this Hypnolaugh presentation to AHA, Australian Hypnotherapists Association before, and also GOA, Guilds of Australian Hypnotherapists Association before. And now it's Hypnosis New Zealand. I love that. I was actually thinking about that, Justin, so thank you so much for this opportunity. That Hypnolaugh is very close to my heart. That's my modality, my baby. And I've actually created this. It was about 2012, 2002, I think. Let me check. I'm just trying to remember the name and remember the date, if I'm doing it correctly. 2002. Yeah, exactly. So I was overseas, and what happened was I was mainly working as a yoga teacher. I had no idea what I was doing in terms of hypnotherapy, but turns out I was actually applying hypnotherapy inside my yoga because I was trained in Silva mind control system. Maybe you heard about it
Mhm.
years before at the end of 90s. And I integrated it because I've seen the benefits a lot. And from there, I was thinking like it is so important having this laughter in human life, and we're not having it enough. And I was doing some research on it. Obviously, we didn't have ChatGPT back then. Just Googling and observing people, and I came with this modality. As I created it, it was the early stages. And moving back to Australia again after COVID, it just meant so much to me. It became even more meaningful because during COVID, there was all this loneliness and it was just too much. I had clients who were not doing well in terms of isolation. Yes, hypnotherapy helped and everything, but they really needed human connection. We all need it, right? In New Zealand too. So I was again thinking, why not bring it back? And that's sort of how it happened. And this time I've added hypnotherapeutic and psychotherapeutic elements into it. So, and I've been working as a hypnotherapist for some time now. I've haven't started this way. As I mentioned, I've started as silver mind control method practitioner. And apart from that, after that, it was the yoga, what I included into it. And as I was doing all of those, other modalities got added along the way. So it was EFT, I think, was the third one that was added on. Then it was psychotherapy, then systemic family constellations and continued, then hypnotherapy, then other parts of hypnotherapy, then deeper into hypnotherapy. Um, Thanks God that we have all this supervision and continuous trainings. We get exposed to so many different stuff so that we can actually go deeper into stuff that we find out that we really like. And after that, I moved into coaching, integrating all of them. So that's me. And tonight I'd like to share with you Hypnolaugh. For this, I have some slides, and this will be interactive. I may be asking some questions. It would be great if you can actually like really participate, so it can be really fun and it can be more informative also. Would you like to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, awesome. Good. Thank you so much. So I'll share on and off, and I'll start sharing now. Okay. So yeah, starting from here. Why laughter? That is a really important one. Actually, you know what? I'll stop share and I'll ask you. Why do you think laughter is so important?
You can't
Would
be
like to share.
sad. You can't be sad when you're laughing.
Beautiful. Exactly. You can't be sad and happy at the same time. So laughter just how to say, overpowers it. Wonderful. What else would like to share?
Release. It's
Yes,
a release. Yeah.
that is a good one. Is it Helen? Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Exactly. It is
Yeah.
a really good release, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just it brings things down. If it's high tension, it brings it down to just like you're on the same page as well with a
Yeah.
client. Yeah.
Beautiful. So well said. Yeah. Who can see that?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
brings us back to the baseline, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And when we're on the baseline, we can go back into whatever we're doing, we're back into like the logical mind, and we're back to present, actually.
Yes.
That's what it does really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautifully said. Thank you so much for this. Who else would like to share?
Yes,
What else?
I think that dopamine levels going up, that is very good on our nervous system.
Yeah.
Yes, Olga. Wonderful. Exactly. Dopamine levels. What else? There are so many other hormones too, right?
Yeah, other hormones.
Oxytocin, serotonin.
Also, yes.
Joy
Wonderful.
is an essential human emotion.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives so much to us. So all these serotonin, endorphin, and oxytocin, laughter actually reduces the cortisol levels about 39%. And also, there are different stress hormones. Cortisol is one of them, and there is also this epinephrine. And the epinephrine is, it goes down to 70%. It's staggering amounts, right? And this was a research from, let me check again, I don't want to say something wrong. This was a research from Loma Linda University by Dr. Lee Burke. Really good amounts. And also, let me actually share with you here. Harvard Medical School notes that laughter activates the same brain pathways as meditation, boosting dopamine and serotonin while lowering stress hormones. So we really need that. There's so much going on in our lives. Not to mention the landslides and like unexpected things also happen. But even in our daily lives, stress is just everywhere. So really good. Thank you, Olga. Thank you, Helen. And there was one more person who added. All spot on. What else could be the benefits for laughter? Why should be having in laughter?
Connection, if you're laughing with someone.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's connection to whoever we're laughing with, right? And also there is another kind of connection too with it. Who can share? Who'd like to share? There is also another kind of connection on top of what Justine said so beautifully. It is the connection.
I would like to share.
Yeah.
My name is Marisa.
Hi, Marisa.
I'm actually working on this at the moment. I wrote a book about helping people prevent being scammed in romance scams online. And I wrote it for people who write policies on how to deal with crime. And someone said to me, you really need to make it funny, market it for you. And that is one thing of humor. You remember what you did, you learn. I think learning is essential to have humor in learning. And so that's what I'm working on. And I loved the idea of watching this discussion
Beautiful.
because I'm working on this.
Mm.
I come from Brazil, so it's very difficult for me to be funny in English, but I make an effort.
I hear you. I also have Turkish background. Sometimes the jokes don't land. I'm also mildly into autistic syndrome, so some of the jokes I don't understand. So it's kind of ironic coming up with Hypnolaugh. But then again, laughter doesn't have any borders, doesn't really pay attention to any genders or any backgrounds, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's totally contagious. And when it starts, it has this effect for everyone.
Yeah.
And we'll go into it. There are actually ways that we don't really need to rely on jokes to drive all the benefits.
Mm.
I also would like to share, that's a really good point with the learning.
Mhm.
Like with the mirror neurons, I'll go back into this one. So this part, partially also learning, the whole thing is actually about learning because we have all these neural pathways that are always working for us, whatever dominantly we're actually utilizing, these neural pathways gets, I say usually it's like wider, larger. It's actually like nearby, all these neurons join in, so it becomes like a huge pathway. And if we are sad most of the time, or if we're just neutral even most of the time, then those neural pathways stay there. But when we learn about laughter and when we start using it more, it's like a muscle most developed, then we get more neural pathways allocated to that one. And it's to our benefit. So it becomes like unconscious almost once it's set. And then it can be just triggered just like that, not in a negative way, but in a positive way. So we can start laughing more. It's all about learning, all about muscle memory, right? Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, with this about these mirror neurons, there's this Institute of Neuroscience at Parma, Italy, and there was a research done at 2020 by National Research Council, and they say that because mirror activation automatically shifts mood in social engagement, even clients who feel shut down, depressed, or unable to laugh on their own can begin to experience emotional lift and connection simply by being exposed to genuine group laughter. I found that really amazing. That was my main idea, to have something created like that. And Justin, just as you said, this is connection. And it's such an important thing. And I also would like to add, it's not just connecting with others, but also it's connecting to our own selves, which is like priceless, I found. And also, we'll go more into it, so you'll see how it actually takes place. Because when we're laughing, yes, we're in the present moment, we're connecting with everyone, but how it actually comes into play, let's see that. What would be the mental benefits of laughter?
Relaxation.
Yep, totally. So that's also bodily and physical and yeah, and
Absolutely.
also mental, because it has effects, right? So because we're relaxed,
More open.
yeah, beautiful. Who sees that? Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for, yeah, I can see the nodding heads. We become more relaxed and we become more open as a result of this relaxation. It helps us to reduce the stress levels and we become more available. We actually develop more space. We have more capacity as a result of that. we become more available to people around us and to ourselves. This is really important. That's something that we're almost missing every second time while we're getting busy, almost like beautiful ants. And there are lots of researchers on that one too. Spontaneous laughter interventions reduces cortisol by approximately 31.9% compared to control groups. And the positive mindset and well-being, just like you said, like having this availability to being opening up. So there is this other research at 2023 nearby, actually, very close by, University of Warwick. Laughter and humor help reduce worry, diminish isolation, and give people a greater sense of control over their emotional states. I really find this fascinating. And for the connection, Justine, you mentioned, there is also research on that one, 2025, just last year, University of the Free State Asia University. And they found that more frequent laughter, especially in conversations, is significantly associated with less loneliness, less social isolation, and less social withdrawal. I mean, it's like, duh, right? We would like to achieve all that. And it also gives us resilience. How about that? Emotional resilience? Yeah, totally. So laughter therapy significantly increased in Gamze and Colette's research at 2024. Life satisfaction and psychological well-being showing a boost in resilience. Having a life that we really love, or whatever we're going through, looking forward to the next day and enjoying the present moment as much as we can go through laughter. So I see this as a irreplaceable part of hypnotherapy, because we are helping clients achieve all the results that they want, so that they can feel better in their lives. They can be the person that they will feel at ease with. They can actually feel the power from within themselves. And what is more powerful than self-laughter? Having all of this just in our fingertips. It's just amazing. It also increases concentration, huge amounts. Some Japanese single-blind randomized controlled trial, after watching 4-minute comedic video, and this is just a video, participants had significantly higher vigilant task scores and increased prefrontal cortex blood flow. I mean, I've read somewhere that just reading the word jump actually lights up that neural pathway in our brain as we're jumping at that current moment. And we all know how important our languaging is. So that's also how we help our clients with, so they actually replace their languaging with a positive one. Being sarcastic doesn't really help anyone, and they can have better use of their reticular activating system so that they can achieve their goals better. And what better way to use laughter inside that? If just a 4-minute of comedy video is doing that, think of doing it in a structured way, in a repeatable way, and in a way that we can actually incorporate, not directly into our session, but into our services, so that they can actually get all those benefits in really large volumes. That was my thinking when I added hypnotherapy part into it. So we all know that it increases creativity and productivity, happiness levels. It does make us happy. Have you noticed that? Who noticed that? Who had a really hearty laugh and felt really good about it? Yeah. That's really amazing, right? And research also says that at 2025, there's a qualitative study by Gono Shopunsky, Laughter therapy contributes to emotional, cognitive, and social well-being, including increased joy, positive outlook, and meaningful social engagement. So it's just too good to be bypassed. And that I found really fascinating. There are also social benefits, which I found that it ties up with the three universal fears. Who knows about the three universal fears that I'm sure you have seen it? Maybe you cannot name it right now, right away, but I'm sure you have seen it over and over that in our hypnotherapy sessions, while helping our clients, whatever problem they come us with, there is always a bigger problem underneath, which is the biggest container of all these tiny surface level problems. Who's experienced that? I'd like to see.
Awesome.
Yeah, Ali, Agi, Justine. Yeah, absolutely. So these three universal fears of not being loved, not being enough, and not belonging are the main containers for all the troubles of humankind. And that again ties to the childhood, not being able to get what we needed back then. And Hypnolaugh also offers a solution and healing for all of those. It actually heals all those three areas. We'll have a look at that. We'll go and have a look at that. So I'd like to share this slide. Yeah. So you tell me, is it myth or truth? Doesn't really matter if it's myth or truth, but
Sounds about right.
that totally just did it. Anyway, so toddlers actually laugh 300 times per day, and adults laugh 4 to 17 times per day. It just messed up, but that's okay. This is crazy. So how come along the way we forgot laughing that much? And we became these beings that laugh less. And as hypnotherapists, I'm sure we're laughing more comparing to the rest of the population because we're more in touch with ourselves as we're more in touch with our clients, with the psychology and everything. So the first sentence, some people say that it's a myth, that there is no real research behind it. I cannot be sure. I checked, I couldn't find much. It's repeated in so many places, but that's internet, right? But what's been known is that real observational studies, this is from the research, show toddlers laugh approximately 18 times per hour, totaling around 216 times laughs per day. That's huge. 216 times. I'd like to ask you, what was the last time you laughed that much? Can anyone share?
When we do our diploma training, we laugh that much.
Ah, so
That's
good.
about it, though. We
When,
laugh a
how
lot.
long ago was that?
Oh,
Approximately.
probably only when I catch up with hypnotherapists, but my daughter and her partner, they laugh all freaking day, and I'm in my room listening to them, and they just laugh.
Yeah.
It's like you need to inject their
Yeah.
serum out of their brain and put it into everybody else because they just laugh all the time. It cracks me up.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Mirror
they're young,
neurons
aren't
at
they?
place, right?
They're,
At place.
they're in their early 20s, so they've got a few years behind.
Absolutely. So good. I mean, we were that kid, right? Hopefully, or we had times like that. It's not like we came into this world like being really serious and logical and judging everything and analyzing everything. We were not that person. But
The fun gets beaten out of you when you start going to school and
yeah,
as a youngster, and you lose it, I think.
yeah, because of
Well, you go to school, you've got to behave, you're not allowed to say anything.
Yeah.
All of that training, I suppose.
so spot
Yeah,
on.
I think socialization forces us to respect power.
Mm.
That comes, all the fun goes out of the window because, imagine laughing at a principal who said something very serious to you. You're in trouble.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Such a good conversation, completely.
Mm.
And as a result, we limit ourselves, right?
Mm.
It becomes just too risky
Mm.
because we don't know if we laugh, it's going to be appropriate, if we're going to be judged, if we're going to laugh at the right time, if we're going to be seen as something else. So there are all these concerns. And as a result, and this usually happens just as you said, you two said, when we're growing up in school, we're already in a phase, in a stage that others and how we are seen by others are the most important thing time in our lives. So it becomes like, oh, that's also the time when we actually start holding our breath, especially as women. So it's like, and there goes all these relaxation comes in stress, and plus we're all in this space, so we see ourselves almost from how they see us, not from within, and it's like very much of a dissociation. And as this happens, some weird things also take place. Our how we actually respond to laughter changes. The first thing is what it makes us is when we're in a place or somebody made a joke or something funny is going on, we first feel that need, right? Like, okay, is this joke funny enough for me? So that comes in logic.
Qualify it. Mm.
Right. But laughter is very much in the body. It's not about logic much. Anyhow, so the logic comes into play. So it's like the filter, okay, is it quality enough? And it's happening just like that, but still that filter is on. So if it's quality enough, is it being delivered well enough? Because if it's not not up to my standards, I'm not gonna laugh because there is a standard going on here, right? And if both are fulfilled, then it's like, am I in the right mood? That's also very important. And also, apart from that, am I in the right place, right time with right people? When all of them come into place, then we can have a laugh. But then it's a delayed laughter and a controlled, limited laugh. So it's more like smile. Hopefully, if everything is fine, then it can go into a group laughter. But there is a lot of limitation. Why not having all these, whether it was 260 something, 267, I think, laugh per day, like children, versus very, very less as an adult? We can actually have that. But how to bypass our, again, just like in the hypnotherapy sessions, how to bypass our intellect so that we can directly respond to laughter from bodily, just as it needs to be. That's the question. And yeah, I'll share this one. I'll go a little bit into there. So I can see that some of the order of the slides are messed up. Just bear with me. That's okay. So the background was, just as I mentioned at the very beginning, it was the COVID, the epidemic. Not just that, also the smartphones. Also, I have two teen girls. I've been observing very closely the effects of it. Not really fine. The AI just changed everything enormously in a very useful way, but also like we have more time, we're supposed to have more time, but we're spending that more time in front of the computer somehow. That's what I'm observing from my clients and in our home, the business it creates. So the research says that self disconnection creates psychological and physiological consequences. I wanted to work on that, and I wanted to deliver more to my clients. The self-disconnect part, there is this research by the humanistic psychologists, as you can see. Disconnected self reports strong negative effects like sadness, fear, stress, confusion, anger, and sense of darkness. That's all not fun. We don't want to be disconnecting from ourselves, but the time that we're in is creating that, and youngsters are more into that. So I wanted to offer them a way so that they can actually feel connected within themselves, to themselves again, coming back to the present moment again. There is a systematic review, especially in adolescents. Dissociation is positively correlated with frequency and severity of self-harm, suggesting that disconnection from self is linked to distressing behavioral outcomes. That's really sad. And again, another one, disconnection from one's own thoughts, identity, and feelings can impair emotional processing and hinder recovery. Now, putting the two and two together, if we are helping our clients for facilitating their recovery in a way that they would like to achieve, why not have this one in addition, so they can actually come back to themselves, they can connect to themselves better, and it can help facilitating this recovery for them, and it's just complementary. That's what I thought, and that's why I picked Hypnolaugh. So it increases the self-connection, connection with others. It's really amazing way. I'd like to share with you the creation and previous applications of Hypnolaugh. That's where I mainly used it. It was through lots of businesses, companies, medium-sized corporate companies, like the oil companies, how do you say, the communication companies, TV stations, and also for smaller groups, for community groups, like yoga groups and schools, lots of free ones also, multi-day trainings, universities, retreats, many, many places. I've also given facilitated like for birthdays, for private gatherings and groups like that. It works all the same and really well for everyone. The smallest group that I facilitated was had about, let me see, 7 actually people in one group. I found that 10 is a really good optimal number. And the largest one was about 100 plus. It was 150. Yeah, it was maybe more than that. It's hard to guess because it was a huge room and it was filled with people. And it worked just the same. So this really works well. And what I found from the corporate angle or from the business angle, which as hypnotherapists, we're not much utilizing it because our work is just like one-to-one, right? And one-to-one can be, these clients can be coming from corporates, yeah, but they come for themselves only. But this opens up a new place. And I've found that it's really good for stress reduction and team bonding, and that's why they were asking for that. And they found really good outcome in that one. So we can utilize it for stress reduction and team bonding. It helps us reconnect with our forgotten self, and it facilitates self-compassion. Now, this one is really important for me because I was reconnected to myself long time ago. Okay, let me rephrase again. I thought that I was connected with myself, but I've just got reconnected through the cancer journey that I had. And this is 5 years ago. So it is so crucial for everyone to actually get in touch with themselves for this amazing feeling of almost like bliss. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, you're with yourself. And being with yourself is like amazing feeling. And Hypnolaugh actually facilitates that. And it does it in a really compassionate, mild, and at the same time intense way, because it's a group journey. It's done in a group setting, but at the same time, it's a very much of the personal journey inside to into ourselves. It's like an inward journey while we are in the safe place and surrounded by other people. So it brings the safety, and we do feel belong. At the same time, there's this sharing element with all these people around us, because as we're laughing, the others are hearing it. As the others are hearing it, they are laughing because laughter is contagious. And as they laugh, we can, like, just like instant, we get feedback of how our laugh is actually being received by them. And then we receive it back. So the sharing just compounds. And all the while, our eyes are closed. We're lying on the ground. And that's the beauty. So as we're lying on the ground, it's very much of an inward journey. Everything that we're going through inside is very private. We don't have to share those with others. And yet, within this privacy, we are also held in a very safe space. This one is also, like I would again say, fascinating to me, because it works so well every single time, especially for clients who are feeling really shut down, shy. They don't want to, they won't necessarily want to participate in anything, but they're like, okay, let's give it a try. Even with this ones, amazing results happen. And those people get a lot out of this. So it also facilitates self-compassion through that. So hearing all the others and then going through this journey, it gives us more like hand-holding in a way. And it is not a session, not a therapy session per se. It's fun still because we're laughing. And as we're laughing, what happens is, let me just get out of there so I can see your beautiful faces. As we're laughing in Hypnolaugh, what happens is we are observing ourselves. We're laughing. As we continue laughing, we're observing ourselves. So it's like we're here laughing, and at the same time, we're up there or around. We're observing what's happening. This is something so different than before. And being in two different places, sort of feeling all at once, almost, and also including the group, because we're so aware. So the senses are almost in two different places, hearing ourselves, observing everything about us, and observing everything about around us. It takes away the resistance. It takes away all these limitations, so we become more present and more available to us. It's not just the effect of the laughter, it's also the effect of the setup. And this works so well. And when this happens, all the people in the group become part of the group. They feel safe and they start feeling this self-compassion. So it's like, okay, I am, depending on their day or their background, what they had in their lives, maybe they had trauma, but some stuff was going on. As they continue this, they have some realizations. Some stuff about themselves become available to them, and they start looking at it from a different angle. And this awareness opens some new doors for them. So what happens is Hypnolaugh helps us connect as it connects with our forgotten self, it also makes part us of the circle again. So the belonging takes place. And it reminds us that we are enough, as what we're sharing is the laughter. It may start as a very shy laugh, but still the laughter affecting the others, coming back to us, it's like waves, the rings of waves. It touches them and it touches us back, and it touches them, it touches us back. It creates this, oh, okay. It's a very deep, very subtle feeling also, but I'm enough. So what I'm doing is enough. I don't need to overperform, or I don't need to hide, while knowing that their eyes are closed and the others' eyes also closed. No one is looking at each other. It's pretty much secure place. And that's all this, putting all these together, I thought, why not bring it back after COVID? It was really good time. It also helped me personally, and I thought that it would be a really good help because like when you have gone through cancer, hopefully you didn't. And well, for me, it was a blessing. I'm totally accepting that and loving every second of it. But when you've done something really major like that, or perhaps a chronic disease or something, I mean, all diseases are really terrible normally. We need more laughter, because laughter helps us healing, and we want to heal ourselves. We want to be our healthy selves. So that's when I thought, okay, let's bring the laughter back. I'd like to share this now. We keep talking about the laughter. Actually, without sharing, I'll ask you, why, now that we know that laughter is really good, I think we've established that, right? Laughter is really cool. Yeah? Everyone thinks similar? Perfect. So if the laughter is that good, why we need Hypnolaugh? Why not just having a like laughter yoga, which is really very good too. Laughter yoga by Madan Kataria, he did such an incredible job. And there are other laughter modalities too. Or we can just simply turn on our phone, which is almost always turned on, and watch something on Instagram or YouTube, or perhaps having a comedy show. What would be the difference? What do you think? Who'd like to share? Yeah, go, Helen. I love it. Something good is coming. Come on. Would you like to share?
Me.
So what would be the difference? Okay, not the difference, because not exactly, you don't know exactly the Hypnolaugh. Let me rephrase again. So what would be, how would we laughing with this usual laughter stuff, comedy shows, or if you've tried like laughter yoga and other stuff?
For me, you mean, or just generally?
It can be for you, or just generally, or maybe it's your
I just think that afterwards, you know, physiologically, that you're going to feel so much better straight away. Your blood pressure must go down. You just feel good inside. That's, I think that, and life looks different. If it's heavy, it goes lighter. If it's dark, it goes lighter. If it's cold, it goes warmer.
I love that. Absolutely love that. Thank you. That was great share. That's totally what laughter brings us. All these good stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Gamze.
Yes, go ahead. And who's talking?
Alex.
Alex.
Alessandra.
Hi, lovely seeing you.
Hi.
Long time.
Yeah, I was in the car before. Yeah, well, long time. Anyway, always happy when I see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think that when a patient or we are in a hypnosis state, so our brain waves are very in the theta frequency, and so our subconscious is more open to learn and changes neural pathways, let's say. So I think if you do some kind of hypnosis around laughing, then it programs the mind in a better way and goes healing other stuff and other feelings that are, let's say, negative, like sadness or fear or so I think it might be a tool that is useful in hypnosis, on a side, to get better results faster, and on the other side is also more efficient than just going and watch a comedy, because it's like you have only something superficial that helps you cope in that moment. Then you come home, or then your laughter is finished, and all the things come back again, the worries, the the sadness, the bad feelings, the traumas, whatever. Yeah, I think it's something around that, I guess.
Exactly. Thank you so much. It's such a good point. Yes. Thanks, Alex. What do we think about that? How does it resonate with you?
I think it's good.
Yeah, completely. That's bingo. Absolutely, Alex. So the laughter is always giving us very good benefits. But then when we look at the benefits, is it like a Band-Aid for that time only, or for a limited time only? And when we come back home, nothing is happening and we just keep doing it, perhaps? Or is it urging us to do something, or is it changing something radically? So the source of what makes us laugh becomes really important. Yes? Yes and yes. Yeah. So let me share this one. It's a great segue to that. Yeah.
Дэн, собрать. Идите.
So what can be done and what cannot be done? First, what cannot be done? What's the difference between Hypnolaugh and the other laughter clubs? So with the laughter clubs and with the Hypnolaugh, when we compare it, the laughter clubs, that also includes the comedy shows, the Instagram reels, or anything that's funny that we rely on externally. It's the external stimuli, right? We have to wait for it. We have to arrange everything for it. We have to sit down and watch it. And it's not happening here. It's happening outside of us. That also does not bring any insights to us. Like, we can laugh, but if they're laughing, we are with the subject of the laughter. There can actually be some judgments in a way. And as we're laughing, maybe we're looking at, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. And as we're laughing to the person. It doesn't really do much about us. We're laughing at that moment. We can be in the present moment, which is good. We can get the benefits still. Laughter is always good in any form. But then as soon as we put it down, the effects goes down gradually, and then we're back to our usual self. So it doesn't really do much. And then again, when we open it up, normally we don't want to see the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So we look for something else. And in search of looking for something else, we also go through so many other stuff. So it becomes, again, going back to the limiting behaviors of, okay, I should find something really good. Nope, this is not good. Nope, this is not good. Or we're watching in TV, oh, he was better last time, but not so good this time. All judgments, again, come into place. So it does not bring us any insights about ourselves, which is very valuable. With the laughter clubs or comedy shows, or again, all these stuff, there wouldn't be any desire for doing any work on themselves. Now, these last two also are really big differences, because in Hypnolaugh, what happens is completely different. Hypnolaugh starts with a self-induced laughter. It is self-connecting. The self-induced laughter is so interesting. Now, lying down, if you know Shavasana position, like lying down on your back, arms next to your sides, eyes closed, completely on our back, completely relaxed state. And we start laughing just like that. I give the orders in the beginning. There are some rules to follow. And as we start like that, now the person just before starting, it's like, am I going to be able to laugh? Are others going to be laughing? Or so many questions going in mind, right? But they also know just with the first cue, they got to start laughing. So there is no postponement, and they instantly give the response. And this just pre few seconds, really interesting. And post few seconds, also very interesting. Now that they've started laughing and they hear the others' laughter, it's like instant relaxation and also this disbelief. And as you know, during that time, it's very much open to the suggestions. And the only thing is they are not receiving any suggestions. They're just laughing. And this laughter itself becomes the suggestion that they actually can do it. And within that, they actually start seeing aha moments, these insights about themselves. Like the first time I've done it, I created it. And the first time I've done it, I was lying down and I was like, am I going to be able to laugh? Because I lead the class. I go with my bell. And as soon as I ding the bell, I do the laughter, and they do it with me. Maybe there is like a millisecond of a delay, but we all do it together. And yet I need to lead. And as I was about to lead, it's like the same thing. I know because I've done it and I lived it. Am I going to be able to laugh? Are they going to be able to follow me? What's going to happen? All these questions. And then as laughing, since then, every single time, as laughing, it's like, right, okay, I've laughed a lot. Now I can relax a little bit. And then comes into play, it's like, okay, have I laughed enough? What is enough? Am I laughing to make it enough? So it's like you're in the moment, no negativity can be staying in. And while you're in the moment, laughing and observing, and this is not exactly judgment either, but as you're observing, analyzing from a weirdly neutral space of mind, and as observing, everything is becoming more like, oh, why am I limiting myself? That's an insight. Or perhaps like, I'm laughing with very tiny voice. That person is laughing really loud. That's an insight. There could be so many different insights. Also, like one of the last ones that I did, there was this person who was doing safety work. And at the end, she said, I am not happy in nothing that I'm doing. I'm not happy. I've realized that I'm not having any laughter in my life. That's a huge realization, which actually led her to review everything, like the work, the values. That is work. That is an invitation. Now the person has some insights. At the end of the session, these insights don't go anywhere. They stay with the person. The person laughed, had this amazing moment, had lots of insights, and now it's like their hands are full in a good way. And if the facilitator is a hypnotherapist able to offer this work, where do you think they would go to? So it's the desire to explore more. It's beautiful. It's actually helping clients to get rid of resistance, to become more available to themselves and to increase their capacity and see more about themselves, have some ideas about what could be happening, what they would need to work on, or they would need to dig about it. And then now their hands are full, they are feeling good, and they can go at the end of the sessions like, something came up. What do you think? How can I work with this? That's our invitation. That I find really, really good. I'd like to go back to you. Who'd like to share if it resonates with you? How is it landing?
I'd like to say something.
Go ahead.
So the levels of laugh, like, you know how it's usually at a comedy show or certain things have got to line up and you laugh and you're crying and your stomach's tighten up and it's sore. That only happens every now and a blue moon. Can you, by doing, Hypnolaugh, can you get to do that more often? Because that's such a fantastic feeling.
Yeah. So it's about clients giving them the permission. Obviously, we cannot do it for them. But in Hypnolaugh, the laughter is minimum 15 minutes to 20 minutes max.
Okay.
And
yeah, it's seen 15 to 20 minutes. Would you get quite tired?
There has been no one, absolutely no one, not asking, oh, that's too long. How are we going to laugh that long?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks of the same thing. And at the end, absolutely no one wants to stop.
Okay.
Yeah. It is really good. At the same time, because just as you said, it's such a good workout. Yes, like it's really tense. There was an occasion that I was actually doing Hypnolaugh sessions, facilitating Hypnolaugh sessions, and practicing it also because I was facilitating it. It was for, let me see, 3 times a week. There were occasions that I was doing 4 times a week, and for some time, I've actually had like, how do you say, 6-pack abs. It was really crazy. I had no idea. I knew that it was going to work, the abs, but I didn't expect that much. And it does. It's such an intense practice. Yeah. Thank you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's kind of like how you were saying that the young toddlers laugh more than adults. It just kind of reminded me of when he just suggested before, that belly laugh only happens very rarely. And can adults do it? I only remember the last time I could really sit and belly laugh like that was when I was younger, around sort of maybe like 10, 12. And me and my sister would just look at each other and nothing was funny, but we'd be in hysterics laughing. Our bellies would hurt, we'd be crying. And like we couldn't look at each other because for no reason we'd just crack up laughing. And it was hilarious. And no one else can do it with me. And it was only for that area of age. So it kind of reminds me of that. It's like I'd be like lying down on the couch and then like she'd be somewhere and she'd just like look at me. And for the period of that hour or half an hour, I don't know, 10 minutes or something, we literally would look at each other because we'd crack up and burst into tears laughing, rolling over, stomach hurts, falling onto the ground, like complete laughter. And it's like, I couldn't actually do that with anybody else, and it was only for that time frame bracket of age. And then we got out of it, which I think sometimes, I don't know what we did that morning. I don't know what came up. But majority of the time, nothing would be actually funny. It was just looking at her was hilarious. I don't know what connection we had, but I think it happens quite a lot with siblings. But if I could bring that back, Oh, I would do it. Like it
Yeah.
was so funny. She was so hilarious. I only looked at her. She only looked at me like, what? Why are you laughing? But we'd like fall
That's
off tears and everything.
beautiful, beautiful. Such an amazing memory. Yes, I had that
Yeah.
exact same thing too.
Did
Um,
you?
yeah, I totally hear you, and it's a beautiful experience. I'm so happy that you actually live that. Has anyone
Yeah, I
else
don't know if I'll
resonated?
ever get it again though.
Yeah,
But yeah, I wish I
I get
knew
it.
what was so funny because
yeah,
obviously it was years and years ago. We would have been laughing at something,
yeah.
but I don't know why
But
looking at her or her looking at me was so funny about the thing that was funny.
that's such a good
You know,
point.
but it
It's the moment.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The point is well, what I think is it starts from somewhere, right? But for it to start, obviously, with the siblings, we feel very much, well, with the siblings that we love that much, we feel very much in harmony and we feel very safe and we feel unjudged. Yes?
Hmm. Yeah.
So when these are together and we are also open, right?
Hmm.
And when these come together, we just need a spark. And when the
Mm.
spark happens, then we can
Anything's
continue.
funny.
And it
Yeah.
bounces back and forth between with the help of mirror neurons. And we just continue and continue and continue. Yes?
Yeah, it would just be really hard to do now as an adult in a group with all other people to get that belly laugh. Like, I think
Yes.
if my sister looked at me now, like, she makes me laugh all the time because she's just so raw with me, you know, in the
Mm-hmm.
worst situations. And it would just be
Mm.
hilarious. And it'll be like, this is the worst situation. You've just made me laugh. Only because she's the only person that can go, oh my God, you're being pathetic. And I'll be like, I'm actually not. And she'll be like, yes, you are. And it's like, but I'm not. But like she could only say that in that moment. So I just laugh at her and I'm like, think the whole thing's just ridiculous. So I would be so interested to see how I'd go as an adult in a group with someone that I haven't connected to, like my sister,
Mm-hmm.
if they could make me belly laugh if I just looked at them.
Yeah.
That would be such an experience.
That is the exact
And
experience.
I just don't know what that reason would be that we're laughing. Like, is there something
Yeah.
funny that comes into the session that we laugh at?
Yeah.
Or do
Yeah.
you just get that connection and that
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
I love
know what
that.
it was with me, my sibling that
Yeah.
made that.
Thank you
But
so much for sharing this. This is
that would
so
be
gold.
so amazing. I would definitely
Yeah.
go to Hypnolaugh just to get that. But because I'll be so shy around people that I wouldn't know how
Mm-hmm.
to connect on that level or have that much of connection to
Yeah.
belly laugh as an adult. Like the guy said before, I forgot your name. Like, how would we do it? Like,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
adults, and
Okay.
do
So
you
this is
make a
it.
joke or do
Nope.
you just?
Nope. Nope.
Oh
Nope.
my God, that's
That's the thing.
insane.
Because if we rely on external stimuli, the judgment will always be there. And as it's there, it keeps us in the adult thinking, adult approach, adult lens of looking at the jokes or the comedy, whatever it is. So it keeps us like limited. That's not to
So
my
we really
standard
don't
and stuff.
actually know how to use our laughter properly, is
As an adult, we used to know, but we've
yeah.
undid it. So it's again undo the undoing. And with Hypnolaugh, I've seen it repeatedly over and over and over again. Like everyone has the belly laugh. Now there are some minimal, how to say, and not all 20 minutes long, but sometimes there are some people who laugh and then they stay. A lot is actually going on in their mind, in their body at that time, because they actually connect to a part that's forgotten right at that time. So
Okay.
at that time, it's okay. Still, it's not the rule, but at that time, it's okay. And then they continue because laughter brings them back, and it is so good all the time. This belly laughter is just inevitable because it starts again not relying on external stimuli. This just changes everything from the get-go. As it starts like that, remember all this confusion, just pre and post few seconds. How are we going to do it? Oh, we're doing it. How on earth are we doing it? Doesn't matter if they're shy or not, just as you mentioned, because they are lying on the ground, eyes are closed, No one can say anything. No one is actually able to say that that laughter is coming from that person or whatever that person is doing, because they cannot say it for others either. Does it make sense?
So do you do like do you do like an induction or like a script to get them into that? Like
I
to
do
hypnotize
set,
them into that?
no, no need for that.
Yeah, because
For
okay.
from in the beginning, it's just a matter of there is a it's not like a ritual, but a tiny thing. So as everyone gathers, we do it in circle. Everyone gathers and they sit on the circle, and I ask them to look at everyone, eye contact. So it's like meeting their energy, and they do this. And after doing this, I tell them that this is a very safe environment. Um, Everyone will be participating equally. So there is a little ritual in front of it, but it's not like an induction,
Right.
or it's not like a
Okay.
programming or anything.
Wow. Yeah,
That
because
would
I was
be,
thinking if it was that
yeah.
would be very different if they went under hypnosis a little bit. That could be getting into sort of like
Mm,
the brain sort of, and they're just laughing because they're on a vibration that you've put them into
yeah.
hypnosis, which wouldn't be as healthy, would it?
I thought a lot about that too, and that's what I came down
Yeah.
to. I really want to give these people their power. And
Yeah.
if I am putting them into trance and instilling something into there, they came to experience the fun. They didn't necessarily come and said, okay, just program me for Hypnolaugh so I can just laugh whenever I come into the group. It's not really, that's not what I wanted. And they feel
Hmm.
empowered. They get
Okay.
more in touch with themselves. And if they come again, like every time they redo it, they don't need to redo it, but every time they redo it, the impact just enhances even more. So I found that this way is more powerful than just doing a straight hypnotherapy session. Like we can just knock them out and they can go into deep trance and they can laugh for 5 minutes and we can say, oh, you just laughed for 1 hour. It can still be useful, but it's not the same thing because this is not
Okay.
something that would be sustainable for them.
Okay, so it's something that you kind of do that you don't do so much of an induction or so much relaxing. You just do it more letting go, being open, and then that kind of laughter can start coming through.
Yeah. So it starts with laughter, and laughter is the first part for 20 minutes. After the laughter, there is a second step. It has 3 steps, 3 modules. The second step is about the deep relaxation. So the laughter kind of, not exactly excellent use of word perhaps, but chaotic in a way. Because it's like, whoa, what's happening? Okay. And I'm just laughing, very much different than what was happening just before. And through laughter, the mind is now in such a place that it's like no resistance whatsoever. I bring in the deep relaxation. And the deep relaxation makes them really, really relaxed. It facilitates healing even further and the connection even further. So they they get connected with their body, within their body, more with themselves. And after the second part, at the end, I include a third part where sometimes I take them to the future, sometimes I take them to the past, or if they're experiencing some certain stuff, again, depending on the group, maybe they have a joint goal, something that they want to work on, we can work around that. Then I do offer them a piece on that one. So at the end, when they come out, it's like, wow, like, does it make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How about you? All the rest? You with me?
I've got to
Go
say,
ahead.
I still have the capacity to belly laugh a lot, and particularly with hypnotherapists. I've done some training last year. See, I've already got Justine smiling in memory of the training. Justine, myself, another hypnotherapist, and we went to do some training with Stuart Walter. And I don't know, God only knows how we got onto it, but we started talking about things that made us laugh and memories and happy memories. And somebody mentioned that they were on a boat, a yacht, and the man who was on the yacht was wearing one of those
Borat outfits.
Borat outfits. Look, see, I'm laughing already now.
It was so funny.
And now every time something happens and we mention that, the whole lot of us just are in fits of laughter, belly laughs. And that's
Beautiful.
probably a good couple of times a month, hey, Justine? It's
That's funny.
possible.
That's really good. Beautiful. So when someone mentions Barrett and other pieces that were
Unfortunately, it's
involved within
Jesus
it.
in a jumpsuit, I think. Isn't it? Jesus in a Borat outfit. It was bad on a boat, but with a hot body, it was just next level funny.
Jesus in a G-string is the comment. And so anytime somebody says that, the whole group just
And it went way into the gutter, I think, actually, as it does always.
That's nice. Got to find out more about that. That's cool. Yeah, it's really good. So it's like you're anchoring actually to that moment and it's pulling you and you're finding yourself into the laughter. That's beautiful.
I do think as hypnosis, we can find that a lot easier than kind of everyday people, I think. Especially when we're all connected. I think we're just a bit more open-minded and looser, eh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So with laughter, there are, of course, different layers. I mentioned the layers in a way that the effects of laughter on us, the effects of laughter on our clients, we certainly can utilize those. Also, it's about how to, you know what, actually I'll go in because we're almost there. So you'll see why Hypnolaugh part, that's a little bit different. It comes more into the business part. So what is Hypnolaugh? It's an evidence-based system, stress reduction system. It's a group wellness program. It goes really well, and it works for psychosocial risk management, reduces stress, enhances team bonding, as I mentioned earlier. And it does reduces the stress hormones. There actually, Harvard Business Review at 2024 made a research, and it says 40% less workers' compensation claims takes place when laughter is introduced, and 40% more memory recall by a Loma Linda University study at 2014. So these are all great, and companies are actually looking for that. It brings the measurable stress relief. It does bring the enhanced team connection and proactive prevention, where most of the companies are going for. Again, this doesn't have to be just companies, but overall, I don't know how is it in New Zealand. In Australia, work health safety legislation have changed, so it's becoming more serious now. And I'm thinking this is the way to go for the whole world, if it's not already. That every leader has a responsibility, must have a responsibility of the well-being, the psychosocial well-being of their clients, to a degree, of course, because all employees are also responsible for themselves. But it's about creating this healthy culture in places wherever they are. So that's I found really important. What do you think? Wouldn't it be good for all the leaders, for all the companies acting this way?
They are, I think New Zealand's down the same road. So most major companies have to provide mental health care up to 6 sessions a year per employee. once you've got a certain amount of employees. So it's similar.
That's good. Okay, so that makes it really important. And I'd like to share this. Okay. Yeah. So where can it be used? These are a few places that I've used, and it looks like that. People are in circle. We've done it inside, we've done outside, we've done hotels, in the companies. It's the orange wearing one or the pink wearing one, usually me, and the blank one is me. And what they experienced before is something like that. And after is something like that. So it's really good. You can always check it out on hypnolaugh.com.au. I have more information on that one. So how it can work for us is the most important one. And there are 3 steps to this. So the first one is it expands our therapeutic toolkit. That could be something that we can utilize on the side while we are continuing with our business to to actually help more clients with different ways. So now we're creating space for them where they're actually feeling more safe and they are feeling the belonging. So they're not individually in the therapy room, but they are with a group of people, no matter if they're shy or really extroverted, they are not isolated any longer. They are social, interacting at the same time going through their inward journey. Yes? That is a really good one. And then it helps us attract new clients. I'll actually go into details, and offers us scalability. That I found is really good. I'd like to go into those now. So what do you think? I'll actually ask you why that would be important. Who would like to share why expanding our therapeutic toolkit in group setting would be important? Would like to share?
More income, easily.
Okay,
More
yeah.
scalable.
Say it again.
More scalable.
Yes. So expanding the therapeutic toolkit also is more scalable. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Helps another way to help people.
Yeah, completely. All of them. So what does it offer? What does Hypnolaugh offer from what you heard?
Happiness.
Yeah, to our clients, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. It does offer in a way that they feel safe. And from that safe place, they can still be with themselves. So it's the privacy and safety at the same time. And they can be a part of something bigger than themselves. So it's very much of opposite of being on the phone or feeling isolated. After COVID, there are still a lot of people working at home in front of their computer or sometimes hybrids. It's just really different than before. Everything's changed. Can we do online group sessions? I'm working on it. Right now, it's in person because that's the main thing, right? But online, there is a way, and I am working on it too. So how can we utilize it is we just need a space and we need prospects. It can be our clients. It can be a mixed group. We can offer a free one. We can offer a paid one. Sky's the limit, really. So we can offer it to community groups. We can offer it to schools, as I've did a lot. We can offer it to businesses. They have like almost all corporates and also medium-sized businesses. They have their training days. They have their within their training days, like the offsites and stuff for leaders. Also, they can be separate stuff. It's very possible to actually get all these people together. It's a beautiful team bonding session. And it's, again, within the workout safety legislations, it's really good psychosocial risk management because it's reducing stress. Any questions on that one? That's how we can work for us. Any questions? Nope. Cool. So the second is how it helps us attracting clients. I think you've seen it now. It's almost like a no-brainer. But why would it be important to have new clients, attract new clients for us? Would like to share?
Make more money.
Yeah.
Income
make
and
more money.
exposure. Yeah.
Income and exposure. Yep. What else?
Well, it makes us happier too.
Yes, absolutely. We're in it too, right?
Yeah.
So happier, money, exposure. What else? Who'd like to share? Justin, if you're saying something to me, I can't hear your mute.
Oh no, the daughter just came in and asked.
No worries.
I think it's because Justine was talking about that today, about how a lot of our clients are negative, so they actually bring that negative energy. So it's an opportunity to get us out of that that negative energy and help us get more positive energy in our work.
Yep. Love that. Absolutely. Thanks, Jamie. Who resonates with that?
Me, I
You
do.
could actually, yeah.
That's my goal. I'm skipping all the trauma. I'm just going to do fun stuff. That's my decision today.
Yeah.
I'm going to be wholeheartedly great.
I love that.
Don't want anyone
I love
else's
that.
dramas.
I love that. Absolutely. So it gives us all that. Yes. It also builds with the exposure, again, following what Justine said, like all of them are really great and right to the point. It also allows us to have more clients. In a way, the clients are now, well, not the clients, the prospects are interested. They don't know. It's very intriguing, like something to do with laughter. And it can be the former clients bringing those clients, those prospects to us. And once they actually experience that, think about it. They are coming, they're sitting and listening to it, to the rules, and then they're lying down and laughter is starting. And as soon as the laughter starts, they're going through, ooh, wow, what's happening? And they're bringing themselves to the present moment without trying, without spending effort on it, just by following the rules and following the energy of the room. And then they're moving into the deep relaxation, then they're moving into somatic work and the release, and they're feeling really good. And all throughout, they're having all these new insights, which now they have it. Where are they going to go? It's really, to me, it's like no-brainer. It does help us attract new clients. It's become so easy turning those prospects into new clients. Because now they are in touch with some of the limitations or the problems or the issues which were not there, or perhaps they were not aware how important they were, but now they are, in the most gentle way. Yep, someone was going to say something.
I was wondering, like, the people that have come to your sessions and done the class and the work, have they had some sort of like symptoms or problems, or like has it helped with some sort of like, have you seen some sort of transformation with just doing the hypnolaughing of like their symptoms or conditions or their fears or phobias, or can you laugh it off, a fear or phobia, like within it? Have you seen any, like, what are the, is there any examples of transformations?
Thank you. That's such a good question. And who asked the question? I couldn't.
It's Erin. I did have my camera on before, but I've taken it off now because
no worries. Thank you so much. That's a really good question. So the way I created Hypnolaugh for is not as a transformational tool, but more of transitionary tool, so that more people can go through it, more people can see what needs to be worked with, and they can feel good about it. And at the same time, they can have all these reduced stress, health benefits, the belonging and feeling safe and feeling good within themselves, connecting with themselves. If they're not doing it just once, it actually can work as a transformational tool, because like every time they come in, it's like they see more about themselves. But then again, that depends on the person. If, let's say, the person had lots of traumas, some people do have, we all have traumas, but some people have more, then just having Hypnolaugh is not going to solve the traumas.
Would you have to more put the suggestion of their trauma in with the laughing that could, once you connect the mind with the symptom, use the laughing? That could possibly be more effective on a deeper level in a personal session as such.
Absolutely. Okay. But this is not a personal session. This is a group session. So
yes.
What it does is, if you have, let's say, offering this session for a specific group or membership group that they have similar traumas, then it works wonderfully well. Then it becomes a transformational tool.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Otherwise, like random people coming to you, you don't know them, they don't know you. They're all in there. So this is now a bridge, a transitionary tool where they get a lot of benefits. And if they keep coming, these benefits will go much more deeper. And also, to me, the most important benefit is not just the stress reduction, not just the team bonding, yet it is also life-changing, because as I mentioned in the beginning, like the research shows, like the self-harm and the depression, it is so important for these people to have a little bit of hope, like, oh, there are people out there. I actually had a good time. They can actually change people's, how to say, going route from, let's say, suicide into something else. So even that is really important. But apart from those, it's about making people more aware, being able to give those people their own insights so that they can have more capacity and they can see, and then they can seek therapy. So it's not something that we impose on them, but they see and they really come and ask, because they see, and it's not like something that they can unsee. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Any questions on that one? Awesome. So all we need is a space and some people for that. Then we can actually run it. And of course, that's like there is a structure to it, knowing the structure in the beginning, and also how to be safe, stay safe. Then it's like the sky is the limit. You can just keep doing it anywhere that you want. You don't have to do it just in New Zealand. You can do other places too. So that's a really good way to attract more clients, more prospects. Then it's up to us, and also up to client, of course, up to prospect to become our clients. But it's really good. It's not like we're sitting or advertising. It's just like we can put the offer out there and they can come experience. It builds trust instantly. This report is just so good that from there you can go anywhere. The third final thing is it offers scalability. Just as you mentioned, was it Justine? Yeah. So why scalability would be important to us? Who'd like to share?
Being able to see more people and not do as much work.
Yeah, time.
Scale the business, yeah.
Yeah.
Time
absolutely.
freedom.
Yeah. Time freedom. Absolutely. So seeing people in group in hypnotherapy, yes. In group hypnotherapy, we can do that. That's beautiful. And also, in addition to that, that's like another offer. And then with the self-hypnosis, it still can be used as group self-hypnosis. It still can be used as an invitation. I don't know if everyone's doing it. With Justine, she teaches us really beautifully. With the addition of Hypnolaugh, it's like it expands even further. So this is very much of a bodily experience. It's not in the mind, it's in the body. Through hypnotherapy, we have access to all of them, of course. I found that this is especially good for people who are having like PTSD and like trauma, all these stuff stored in the body. The somatic release is really important. This gives them that. And again, being in a safe place and someone that they develop instant rapport with and feeling happy about it. People generally want two things in life, whether they are in business or in as a person. Only two things. They either want to get away from pain or they want to feel good about something. So getting away from the problem means changing the problem and feeling good about something. And this gives them both in the most fun way possible. And through when we talk about scalability, what's needed to achieve that scalability through Hypnolaugh? What do you think? Who'd like to share? What would we need to achieve the scalability through Hypnolaugh? That's the question of the year. Go, Justin.
Hey, I don't know, the structure, the visibility. What else would we need for scalability? Yeah.
Just putting the word out there, right? Yeah. Knowing it and putting the word out there. That's it. And we just do it. So we don't have to advertise that in a paid place. Like we don't have to do any Facebook paid advertising or stuff. You can too, obviously. I have not done it. So it could be very easy. It could be so easy just going all the way back, beginning to the first time that perhaps we practiced hypnotherapy, looking for our first clients. I remember mine. I put this note on Cole's community board, Cole's and Woolies community board. And there were a lot of people who responded. I was not expecting. I was like in shock. When you offer something like that, then instantly lots of people join in. And if it's free in the beginning, then you can actually make it paid. You can do it through councils. You can do it through communities. There are lots of different possibilities that can be done. And if you do it in one company, then collecting, of course, with their permission, having their testimonials and which I didn't do that much in the beginning, but having their testimonials and photos would really help for you to redo it again. Any questions on that one? Yeah. So it does expand our therapeutic toolkit. It does help us attracting new clients, and it does offer scalability. So it's a different kind of laughter. It contributes as we are in the group, again, contributing to others' laughter, them contributing to us. And it circulates when we contribute, it comes back to us. And it helps through creating communities. And this serving and sharing sense is really heightened, which I love. So I'd like to ask your takeaways. Who'd like to share? something that you got from something good that you got from
Laugh
this session.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's lots of possibilities for it. It's a great funnel. It's a great business funnel if you're looking, at business. And it's also an incredible way to help so many people. And yeah, I think give back to your community and it'll come back.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, I love that. Because after all, as hypnotherapists, it's like we're not in this business to make millions of bucks, but it would not hurt doing that, obviously. But this is a path with heart, right? So giving back to the community, knowing that it's going to circle back. It is going to circle back,
Yeah,
not
well,
just to us, to
it
everyone.
circles back because obviously everybody part of that group, I mean, most of those people are going to come to the realization that, they do need more help. And the first person they're going to look at is the first person when they open their eyes, which is you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they feel
absolutely.
safe with you and they feel that they can trust you.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thanks, Agi. Yeah. What do you think? They open their eyes and they have this insights, and you are the facilitator. You're the one with authority in the room, and everyone's looking up to you. Who is that person going to go?
How
Now
do we
that
get to experience it? Do we have to come to Australia if we
maybe
were
I
to
can come there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Do
I'm in the
like
right
an
place.
online session for it? So like if we were in New Zealand, we could like attend like through video.
It would be best to be in person at this moment. So if you're in New Zealand, I can come to New Zealand. And you are, right?
Yeah,
Who was it?
we are.
Who was talking?
Erin.
You're in again, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So does anyone do it in New Zealand, like online sessions for it in New Zealand? Because quite a few people would probably like, I don't know, maybe people would like in the eve, like to experience it.
When you ask, is there any other people doing it, like in terms of Hypnolaugh facilitator?
Yeah.
Not
in
yet.
New Zealand.
I'm starting.
Okay, someone.
Training facilitators.
Someone,
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'm not doing it, but I'll
That
just say I'm going to be there.
That someone for the time being is me. I would like to, my aim is to train people like hypnotherapists and some other group of people too on this one, but particularly hypnotherapists, as we have so much to offer, and this just makes it so easy for us and for our clients too. It's like having this torch and sharing with everyone. That's what I want. So I can come to New Zealand.
It would be interesting if you could facilitate in a group where people were together in a group, but you were on the big screen, so your voice was coming through, so you were still regulating, holding the group, but people lying down. That would be interesting. So they still have that connection and community, but just for a tryout.
Yeah. Yeah,
you just have to try it.
There is an addition to it that I'm working on. When it's done, then it'll be better, because the big screen is not going to help. It's only going to be there just initially when I'm sharing it, and then the eyes will be closed all the while.
Yeah.
So the online needs to be done a little bit differently. I have ideas on it. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks,
cool.
Euren. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to organize a New Zealand laugh catch up.
Yep. I'm happy for that completely. So let me see. I'd like to also share with you, I formed this Facebook group. I have not posted anything on it yet. It's been very busy after New Year, but it's called Hypnolaugh Club. I'll put here in the chat. You can actually, oh, there is some stuff in the chat. So sorry, I did not see it. Any questions? Fantastic. Sorry, but I have to leave. Thank. Online sessions. Do you do weekly sessions where regulars come? Yeah, that's what I mentioned. I had the 6-pack. These were the regulars, and it was like, oh my God. And they were experiencing very similar. Obviously, I was doing more than them. They were doing once a week, but it was like, wow, it completely tightened. So yeah, different benefits to it. So I'm just going to write this down there. Hypnolaugh Club. That's a Facebook group. There is nothing at the moment, but I will keep putting stuff. And if you'd like to stay in touch, then I will be putting information there, and we can start conversation, like we can carry on the conversation over there actually. And of course, what could be next for you is to experiencing, and for that I can come to New Zealand. And then when I'm there, if you like, for your clients or for other people, we can do more groups. It can be smaller groups, minimum of 10. So your group can also experience it if there is
we're
a group.
traveling, are we, Gamze? We're going to travel New Zealand. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get a
We
camper
can do
van and
that.
travel New Zealand and make
We can
everyone
do that.
laugh.
We can do that. That would be fantastic. This
That
would
would
be
work.
first time in New Zealand for me. I've been wanting it so long for so long.
That would be such a great tour to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming soon to New Zealand.
We just all live in different places, so we'd
Yeah.
have to.
But that's why it
would
will be a New
hard to
Zealand
all
wide
fly.
tour, because it will have to be to every town.
So how about perhaps you organize, I don't know, maybe from your clients or family, friends, you can let people know, or perhaps you contact with some other people, and wherever you are, we can organize it, and yeah, we can do the tour. Why not?
Sounds very good.
If you're up for it, we can arrange it with Justin, and we can see how it works out.
Yeah.
Before coming, of course. Once it's there, it always works out.
Yeah.
So I am at the moment going to register it with IICT as a modality, so that I will be training people to become certified Hypnolaugh facilitator. Obviously, for hypnotherapists, it's going to be like a fast track method, because we're already hypnotherapists, so most of the part is already there. Yeah, so for further information, any announcements, if you have questions, otherwise I'll be including some researches, some shares inside the group. And I'm also going to add here for you to check out the web address, Hypnolaugh.
I'll come and see you in Sydney.
Yeah, please do. Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah. Loved every second of it.
Yeah. It was very
Hope you
cool
get good out of it.
Yeah, yeah. And we'll definitely organize a New Zealand tour for sure.
Awesome.
I imagine it will be a laugh.
It definitely will be.
By the end of it, we'll be like laughing on command. Don't look at
Yeah.
Gamze, she'll make you laugh.
Now that's a good thing to be named for.
Exactly.
Definitely. Yeah. Remembered
What a
by.
great way to start 2026. Very
Yeah,
inspiring, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.